Glenn Maxwell's 95 of just 43 balls helped Kings 11 Punjab chase down a mammoth target of 206 runs against Chennai Super Kings. Punjab started briskly, both openers Sehwag and Pujara playing some good shots. But with wickets were not hard to come by for Chennai. Ashwin was particularly lethal in the opening stages. Glenn Maxwell though showed just why he's regarded so highly for this format, scored a quick fire 95 of just 43 balls. He was supported by David Miller, who also scored a half century. The duo added 115 runs of just 63 balls for the fourth wicket to set up the win. Earlier, Chennai's new recruits, Dwayne Smith and especially Brendan McCullum, gave them an explosive start, putting on a 100-run stand inside 10 overs. Before McCullum perished on 67 from 45. Smith was just as prolific with 66 of 43. Captain Dhoni, Raina and Bravo then combined to take the team to what seemed like a very good score of 205 for 4.
It's a brilliant blow. This is alongside.
And here's a confirmation of that result. Like I said, not often do you see a 200-plus target being chased down quite comfortably in the end. And in this match, Chennai, of course, worst favourites to start off with. And they were definitely strong favourites with 205 on the board. But Glenn Maxwell, what an innings he played and ensured that he didn't get out till the late stages of the match to keep them as close as possible to a victory. Nikhil, brilliant chase from Glenn Maxwell. We'll talk about just how conditions were absolutely superb for batsmen on this pitch, but that innings was spectacular.
Well, incredible. No matter how good those conditions are, at the end of the day, you still have a job to do. And it's important, you know, if you're a star player of your side or a match winner, you must be able to finish games. Once you get past 20, 25, Shivani, responsibilities on the man out there in the middle. And Maxwell, you know, incredible innings. And the good thing is, you know, he kept batting in top gear. And Miller, on the other hand, who ended up with 50-odd not out, just, you know, going on with that sort of partnership, because the way Maxwell was hitting, it was only fair that he got as much strike as possible and he was ready to play second fiddle, Miller. And towards the end of the innings, it all, you know, seemed pretty easy because last 3 overs they had 17-odd runs to get. So yeah, even if they had to get 30 of the last 3, it was quite possible. But at the end of the day, outstanding innings by Glenn Maxwell.
Yes, only the second time that Kings 11 Punjab have chased down a 200-plus target in 6 times that they've been put in this position. Boria, you know, this IPL seems to have started on a great note. It's turning out to be a batsman-friendly pitch, this one. But has the Chennai bowling been exposed a little bit?
It's too early to say that. I mean, it's a decent bowling attack. I mean, Ravichandran Ashwin started well. They've got some good bowlers. You know, I thought that Negi was taken apart by Glenn Maxwell in that innings. It was, and Nikhil summed it up beautifully. I thought David Miller batted brilliantly as well. I mean, just when Maxwell got out, Chennai may have had a little bit of a whiff. That's when David Miller took the bull by the horn and finished the match off. One thing that I think both of you have noticed as well, the number of dropped catches. Yeah. Yesterday, Virat Kohli dropped a couple of sitters. Today, Samuel Badri dropping Glenn Maxwell. What's happening? I mean, is it because of the stadium? Is it because of the nature of the stadium? And that is having a serious impact on the outcome of games. That, for me, has been the standout feature of this IPL so far with the 3 games that we've seen.
Yes, together with those dropped catches, especially in this match, there were tough chances that Ravindra Jadeja put down, but yes, there were some genuine chances that others put down for Chennai. Also, MS Dhoni, you know, usually very smart and astute in his bowling changes. Nikhil, do you think he kind of missed a trick a couple of times in this match? You know, bringing Negi when you have overs from others left. Smith, you know, tried him too often. Yes, he got the wicket in the end, but, you know, he was also played for many runs before that.
You could probably say that, because in that middle period when they still needed about 70-odd in the last 7, I personally felt that he probably brings back Ashish Nehra, you know, one of your strike bowlers, to try and get a wicket at that moment in time. You're right, you know, with Negi, a youngster who's, you know, not played too many IPL games, lacks in experience, and with the kind of partnership that was going between Miller and Maxwell, 1-6 probably just, you know, shook up the youngster, and that could happen to anybody. But at that moment in time, I personally felt that he probably should have got back one of his strike bowlers. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Let's also take a final comment on this match with Boria. Virendra Sehwag looked, you know, good to start off with, Boria. It seemed like he was getting into his rhythm, but then Ashish Nehra bowled smartly to him to get his wicket.
Yeah, but whatever little we saw of Sehwag, he looked good. I mean, he's one player I'm greatly fond of. I mean, perhaps a tad biased. I absolutely want Virendra Sehwag to fire in this season of the IPL. Too good a player to sort of, disappear from the international horizon and the Indian horizon without any sort of whimper. He's too good a player. I mean, if Virendra Sehwag believes that he's got ability and he tells me he's got 2 years of cricket left, he should just buckle down. A good score or a big score is just around the corner. He had a good Mushtaq Ali. I mean, he's got a good domestic season the last month behind him. He should come back, make this IPL his own, and then who knows? Who knows? 2015 World Cup, will we see Sehwag back?
Yes, and he looked quite nice, quite professor-like with his specs as well on the field today. Let's move on. Two semi-finalists from last year, Rajasthan and Hyderabad, now kick off their IPL 7 as they face off in Abu Dhabi. Rajasthan have retained their best, and this forms the crux of their batting. Ajinkya Rahane, Shane Watson, Stuart Binney and Sanju Samson will be the mainstay, forming 3 out of the top 4 in the lineup. It looks like Unmukh Chand will open batting with Rahane this season. Lower down the order, they have James Faulkner, who has shown his abilities as a batsman of late. Hyderabad will hope that new signing David Warner and Aaron Finch fire for them from game 1. They will form the top 3 with Shikhar Dhawan. Hyderabad also has a pretty good bowling attack. Remember, Ishant Sharma combining with Dale Steyn and Darren Sammy in the seam bowling department, together with Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Amit Mishra, one of the best bowlers in the format, and Karun Sharma, who was impressive, are the spinners. Nikhil, your take on this match. Let's talk about Rajasthan first up. If you go through their squad and the number of players they've lost. Of course, Rahul Dravid to retirement. 6 players who've been banned after last season. This side is looking to get up after being hit on its knees, on both its knees.
Well, without a doubt. And I'm sure, Rahul at the helm of things would want all his, entire team to forget about whatever's happened in the past. They're probably looking to resurrect themselves and say, guys, we need to go out there and this is a fresh start. Forget about whatever's happened in the past. But the important thing is, they'll need some of that big guns to go out there and fire. Ajinkya Rahane as well as Watson, they'll need to go out there, start the innings, and, hopefully one of them can go out there and bat till the 12th or the 14th over. Because don't forget, some of those names that you mentioned for Hyderabad, those are individual match winners when it comes to bowling. Because we've seen, the amount of runs being chased down with great amount of ease. It's the side that bowls better. And with Amit Mishra, you need somebody who bowls a little slower through the air and gets that ball to turn, will probably look to pick up more wickets. And of course, Dale Steyn right up with the new ball. If he can go out there and, put in a couple of breakthroughs for the Rajasthan Royals, it'll make a big difference. Then the spinners will come into play. But most definitely after, the afternoon game, Shivani, is the side that bowls better.
Yes, and we'll talk about just who will like to do what after winning the toss as well. But Boria, your thoughts on Rajasthan? A side quite like Chennai Super Kings coming out of a very deep shadow of corruption and spot fixing. How will they, aim to forget all of that when they start this match? Is it going to help them that they're not playing in India?
That's a very good question to ask. I mean, will it help them not playing in India? I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they can come out of this shadow. Stephen Fleming said just the other day that, these things keep haunting you and the case is not over. So can they come out? Perhaps Abu Dhabi will help. I say it's a very good point that you've asked. But overall, Hyderabad looks a better side on paper, balanced side, more individual match winners, more flair. I think Ajju Rahane and Shane Watson will have to do a lot for Rajasthan without a Rahul Dravid. Paddy Upton also has a key role because he's a superb mental conditioning coach more than a coach. So Paddy Upton's role will have to be extremely important as far as Rajasthan is concerned. You've got to say Hyderabad start favourites, but who knows? If Rajasthan can start well, then that bomb that you're talking about, forgetting the past or the ghost or the spectre of 2013 will perhaps happen. But I think it is very difficult to forget it, especially with all the talk that's going around.
Yes, Hyderabad definitely more man-to-man individual brilliance in their squad, as our experts also said. Nikhil, very, very quickly, in the next match, having seen 206 being chased down, what would the captain winning the toss want to do?
Well, to me, if Hyderabad go out there and win the toss, I wouldn't be surprised if they want to go out there and bat first and probably, the responsibility or the pressure can be handled by the bowlers. They'll know, with the kind of bowling that they've got, I think they'll be able to defend targets a little better because they've got that side of that sort of bowling attack.
Good to see Yuvraj storming back into form after that World T20 final flop show. Nikhil Chopra and Boria Majumdar, thanks a lot for joining us for today. Of course, these two and Saurav Ganguly will be with us throughout the IPL.